onto, onto YouTube. You can find my YouTube just by finding my name. And so let's go ahead and get class started. I can't hear you with your mask on.
Won't they be able to hear everything we're saying out there?
Could you guys just sort out the door? Whatever you want to do is fine with me. I don't want to be involved in it.
Do you want the door closed, Linda? I want to hear the drumming, but if it's up, do you want the door closed?
Well, I'm just worried the family's right there, and they'll hear our class.
We're not making noise.
Does that make anybody else feel awkward? No? All right, maybe I'm overreacting.
Okay, let's start, and if we change our mind, we can do that, but I want to just get started. So I always start with the same reminder to take care of your body. So somebody was just saying they recently broke a bone. You know, all of you may have different muscular stuff going on, and so just take care of you. And so this we're going to be, I'm standing, but if you need to be sitting, go ahead and sit. You can just get creative and modify. So I just invite you in this moment just to kind of tune in and just see how you're doing in this moment. Body, mind, spirit. And then we'll do some Qigong and do it again. And then just start out and just move and kind of wake up your body any way that feels good to you, whatever you need to do. Shake the sleepies off. All right, so we're gonna start with some deep abdominal breathing, just a way to kind of bring us into the present moment. So if you're standing, have your feet wider than your hips, hand over hand on your belly, and when you inhale through your nose, really intentionally expand your belly. And when you exhale, blow out through the mouth and pull that belly button back to the spine. And again, in through the nose, out through the mouth, actively engaging your core. One more time. And now we're going to add some movement to it. So hands are down here. We're going to inhale up and fill your whole torso. Stretch, stretch, stretch up. And then exhale down and tuck into a ball. And just back and forth like that. Inhaling up, gently stretching from the toes to the head. Exhaling down, dropping your chin, rounding into a ball. Back and forth a few more times. And one more time. And feeling the chi, the blood, the lymph start flowing. So we're gonna wake up our body a little bit more, starting at the feet. And so this one is kind of like, I'm gonna move this camera so you guys at home can see what I'm doing. It's kind of like running in place. So start with your weight equally balanced. Now shift to this side. Most of my weight is on this side. I'm going to keep this foot on the ground, but I'm going up on my toe. And now I'm going to shift my weight over to this side and go up on the toe. And so just back and forth, and you can add in like you're running in place. And that's just pumping. Feel your feet, feel your calves, feel your hips. And now I'm starting to bend my knees a little bit, and you can just, it is really good for your balance, good for your brain, and gets things going. All right, so we got our feet that went all the way up. Let's work on our knees. Bring your feet a little closer together. Hands go on the knees, and now circles in one direction. We'll do, I never count, I just kind of do it intuitively, and other direction. And as you're doing this, we're moving our knees, but also feel the skin around your ankles and your feet. You're also working your balance. Coming up to hips. For the hips, I like having a wider stance, hands on the hip. Now I'm gonna push. Here comes somebody else. Push in that direction. Sorry about that. Push in that direction. Now come forward. Now go that direction. Now go back. And so it's side, forward, side, back. And once we have those 4 directions, then we can start to make a circle. And so it really is coming from my hips, and this is called oiling the joints. So we don't often move in this direction. And so really good for the hips, for the low back. Let's do one more full one. And then reverse. So now we go that way, back, side, that way, and back and forth. And slowing down. So we're working our way up. Now we're going to work on our spine. And so knees are kind of soft. Go ahead for a moment and lock out your knees, like make your legs as straight as they can. And now relax, and do that a few more times. Straighten, 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 relax. Straighten, 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 relax. One more. All right, so in Qigong, we usually have a little bit of bounce in our knees. So we're gonna do our spine. So really plant your feet, hips go back, and head comes forward. And just, I'm not going forward that much. Once I get here, drop my chin and arch my back and tuck this here. I'm really stretching the spine, and now roll slowly up. So we exhale down, tuck, round, head and pelvis, and then slowly roll up. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, and one more this direction. And now we're going to go in the opposite direction. So we're going to tuck and roll down as far as we comfortably can. And now straighten the spine and head comes up. Exhaling down, working those vertebrae. Head pops up and comes back. And one more time. I'm already getting hot, which is a good sign that circulation is moving. That's a sign of qi, is that it's warm. So we've done our spine forward and back. So let's do a little bit of twisting. We're going to do knocking on the door of life, which many of you know, but we're going to do it in a wide leg stance. So have your feet wider, and then we're going to do a weight shift. But let's just start out with the basic movement. Everybody looks good here. Really feel your feet on the ground, kind of rock back into your heels, rock towards your toes, back and forth, and then just slowly start what we call knocking on the door of life. The door of life is an area of your low back in Chinese medicine. It's the vitality point, the longevity point. And then on the front, as our arm comes across, we're activating digestion points. All right, so now we're gonna do that same movement, but add in the weight shift. So right now your weight is equally distributed. Now bend this knee, and put a little more weight on there and tap, and then you go bend the other knee and tap. And so back and forth. So the swings are a little slower, but you're really getting into the low back, the hip. This is excellent for building bones. And now we're going to keep this twisting movement of the spine, but this hand is going to come up on the chest, and that activates breathing points, immunity points, back and forth. And now up on the shoulder. This point opens up the superhighway to the brain. We all knew that, right? Get that blood flow going, and then coming back down to the chest, and back where we started, and slowing down and slowing down. A little time check, we're doing good. All right, so we've moved our spine forward, backward, twisting. So now we're going to go side to side. And so we're going to, somebody gave me some delicious peaches yesterday. They are in season. So imagine beautiful peach tree in front of you. Reach up and get one. And look how, as I'm going up on this side, my foot is going down. I'm trying to elongate between my rib cage and my hip. And then I go to the other side and do it kind of slow because we're trying to stretch. And so one hand goes up, one hand is actively going down. And there's no particular breathing with this, just what feels good. And now that we're kind of warmed up, go up. And then you know when you want something, like you're trying to get something and it's just out of reach, like feel that. Reach, reach, reach. Other side. Reach, reach, reach. Really stretch farther than you normally do. One more. And if you want, for these last few, go up on your tippy toes, both of them if you want, or just one of them. But again, good for your balance. And then let's end just with a few faster, just kind of increasing blood, moving faster. Okay. So we've really warmed up the spine and the joints. Let's end this section with some shoulder and neck moves. So we're going to take one hand up, one hand down. We're going diagonally. And now turn and look at that upper hand. And now turn and look at that lower hand. And just go slowly back and forth like that. If it's hard on your shoulder, you can just pick an imaginary point on the floor or the ceiling to look at. Make sure your jaw is relaxed. And hands come down, and other side. Rotate up. Few more. And bringing the hands down. Let's do some tapping. Tapping on the chest. You can use your fingertips. You can use your fist if you want a little more invigoration, going up and down on your sternum. And now, hand goes out, and we're gonna tap down the meridians, opening up the channels. When we get to the wrist, palm goes down and comes up the outside, top of the shoulder, and down, up. Try to take a different pathway every time you go up and down. Shoulder, back to the middle, other side. Then we go start on the rib cage and go up and down by your spine. Can go as far as you can comfortably go, sacrum. And now we're going to go down our legs. I like using my open palm for that. So start on the back of your legs, back of the knees, and just down as far as you can go. Then rotate around, get the inside of the knees, come on up to the hips. Now we're going to go down the outside. Up the inside, and then down the front outer portion, and then up the inside. And now you can make your hands into fists. Find your big hip bones there, and we're going to bend our knees and tap, and then straighten our legs and tap. So it's bend, bend, straighten, bend, straighten. Tapping a few more times on the front, and then we're going to go to the side. And then back to the front. And slowing down, slowing down. The big femoral artery comes up right here, and so this is really in this medicine really opening that gate, so it comes up. So let's just end this part tapping right over your belly button, and then going up a little and down a little. So just straight line, bringing oxygen to all our digestive organs. And now we're going to go over to one side, tapping on the rib cage, and then going down to the hip, tapping on the rib cage. This is a good one to do before you eat. Don't recommend doing it immediately after eating. And make sure you get the front and back of that rib cage. And then going over to the other side. And then coming back center and making a little circle on your belly here. So we're going to finish up with some flowing movements. We've really brought the chi up and circulated it. Just invite you, just do a 5-second kind of check-in. How did you feel when you walked into class? How are you feeling now? For me, this 20-minute mark kind of shakes off the sleepies and gets things going. So let's end with some flowing movements. So again, having a little bit of bounce to the knees. Hands are facing your palm. Now I'm going to rotate this hip forward, and this hand is going to come across back of the palm, and then it's like I'm grabbing some gossamer threads and spiraling them in. In Chinese medicine, this is your reservoir, your storehouse. This flow is called tigress gathers her cubs, and so that strong protective energy swirling into your middle. Exhale through the nose, inhale through the nose. Exhale, inhale. Once you have the movement, you can really soften your eyes and just feel into this, gathering your energy for the day, gathering your intentions for the day. And now we're going to keep that same movement, but come up to our middle dantian. This is our storehouse of emotions. Gathering your intentions, depositing them into the elixir field. Same movement. We come up to our upper dantian, top of the head here, body, mind, spirit. And let's just do this quietly for a moment and listen to the sound of the bell in the background, contemplating our connection in between the two worlds, life and death. Coming back down to the heart. And back to the lower dantian, foundation. One more to each side. And slowing down. Now we connect all three together. Hips glide back, hands come together, up and around. Oh, let's do, actually I'm gonna do a different one. It's called wrist cross flow. Hands are facing towards me and the wrists cross here and we come up and then around. And just feel yourself smoothing your energy field out, creating a protective bubble. Body, heart, mind, spirit, all in connection. Next time you come up, can turn to the side, back to the center. Turn to the other side, back to the center. And next time your hands come up, you can leave them up. Roots going down into the earth, hands going up. And we'll just be quiet for 1 minute. If your hands get tired, you can bring them down. Just listen to the sounds. Feel your body. Hands floating down over the heart. Feet together. Thank you for being here, everybody.
Thank you. You can guess where I am.
Yeah. So I'm going to stop the recording and just listen to the sound of the bell as we finish up. I'll leave the Zoom on in case you want to join us. Otherwise, I'll see you later.